Hey, so I'm doing my video for my health class on my Pinterest project, and it's kind of my top favorite pins that I researched on and got information about. So my first one is this gingerbread person. Changing it up is called the genderbread person. It's something I would like to integrate in my third or second grade class. Yeah, it's a little early, but I feel like gender should be talked about earlier. A lot of these topics should be talked about earlier instead of waiting so long to wait them in. So what is my goal with this genderbread person? It's kind of for students to understand that there's more than one choice and it's okay to not feel like they fit in either, or that there's not just male and just female, that there's others. So where I would integrate this in more in the English category, I find it hard to put it in math or science, but it's one of those topics that I would suggest not integrating. I would just want to do it full on, not having something concept, but focus on more on writing because it'll probably have a lot of writing in it. So what it does is help students identify where they are on a scale. Not saying that it's a scale factor, but even if you're a girl doesn't mean you're on the full scale of being a female. Like, oh, you're a girl, but you still like some of these other things that so-called make you masculine, that it could be fluid, that you can be more of one more than the other. So that's why you choose one or not choose one. So what I really like about that, but the only thing that really frightens me from this topic is that parents or grandparents or guardians can get really very worried about their students learning about these things. But I think this is an important topic for students just to learn to understand each other, that they're human and humans have different choices, and not everyone's choices are going to follow along with their beliefs or ideas, but to accept them that they are human in that, and that's okay. So moving on, number two, and of my second favorite Pinterest activities I'd like to integrate in my classroom is dancing. I personally love dancing. I grew up with it. It was my outlet and kind of like broke me out of my shell as a child. So it's something I would like to integrate in my classroom. So why I would like to integrate it in my classroom? Because it's a great chance to get students up and moving when they've been sitting all day. And it's easy just to play a part of a song just to get them shaking, like, ooh, get the energy out, and then they can go again. Another thing I like about dance is that you can bring a cultural aspect to it, like bring different music in. So one day we can bring music from Latin America, others from Asia, you can bring Africa in, you can bring all places in that have all different types of music and expose them to this new culture or new ideas that they didn't even know that existed. Where I would like to integrate it in is social studies and English. So you can read a lot of books about dancing and the expression and of the history of dance, of ballet, of jazz, or history, or musical theater, and bring it. There's a lot of topics you can talk about with dance. And then social studies, it brings in that history aspect of dance and where it came from and why a lot of cultures do it. But the great thing about dance, it comes with a lot of pros. It teaches students to express themselves. They have a new outlet to express all their feelings or just get the wiggles out. Another thing it is that I really like is that the Pinterest activity had was spatial awareness. I didn't think about that when I'm like, oh, dance, I can just wiggle around and have fun. But this has a spatial awareness aspect, so they get to learn like, oh, I can only move my arm this far until I hit someone, or like, oh, I can adjust for my surroundings. And I think that's a really important aspect in health, to be able to maneuver around your surroundings and adaptability. And my number two was like my second favorite, other than the genderbread. Alright, so next we move on to number three. So number three I decided is yoga. I chose yoga because I think I personally want to have a classroom with a lot of movement. I have a hard time sitting in class all day. How am I supposed to expect my students to do something that I am unable to do? So another movement thing, a movement activity is yoga. So yoga is where I could incorporate it or integrate it. I think it's could be incorporated into all, especially in the second grade where they learn about animals. So you can do animal yoga and have how it correlates together, and to have bring that like, oh, animals crawl like this, oh, I can pose like this, but also have the benefits of doing the physical activity that yoga brings in a lot more in the classroom. So it brings in relaxation and stretching your muscles and feeling, well, like they say online, feeling at one with yourself. Just bring that all in and tying it into school. So now we're moving on to number 4, which number 4 I had a really hard time choosing in between 2 which one to put here. So I decided to put in what it's called What's in Your Drink. And I actually learned a lot from this one just reading out of it, because I love drinking anything that isn't water. Soda, juice, you got me. So what I saw on it is actually seeing how much is really in my drink. So they take out the sugar content and show you the amount of sugar that's in that drink. And it's that realization that, oh wow, I'm putting all this in my body. When I could just be putting something in that's like actually beneficial and has good, healthy things to do for your body. So where I would integrate this is in math. I think this is a really great topic to integrate with math, because the amount of sugar has to do with grams, measurement, and then converting it into the metric system, or our measuring system is pounds and ounces and things like that. So that's why I like it, since you can easily incorporate in math and teach about health. So I know a lot of our culture around has a lot to do with how much or how little we're drinking. So just bringing that tie-in of like, it's okay to drink these things. It's not because you're a bad person, but just taking consideration, if you're gonna drink a pop, don't eat a bucket of ice cream later, or be aware of how much sugar you're putting in your body, because it does have an effect on you later in life, and it will put a toll on your body. But this one just gives you that rethinking. Not saying that all things with sugar are bad. It's just like, oh, let me just be aware of how much I'm intaking. Alright, so number 5 on my list of things that I want to do is number 16 on my paper, and it's anger management. So a lot of kids have a hard time expressing themselves, and its activity gives them the opportunity to do so, and especially a way for a teacher how to help my students when they're upset, or how I would like to address them. So it's anger management, and what it is, it's a ring, but I'm going to change it up. It's a ring that says how am I feeling, and they figure out how they're feeling. But I would like to take it to the next level and have a board that has 2 sticky notes on it that says how they're feeling and what I need on the bottom, and have pictures in front of them to put on it. So let's say they're feeling upset and they need a hug from a friend, or they need alone time. I know what to give them or how to support them as a student. And then from there, as a class, be able to reflect on our emotions, be like, I feel sad when someone's mean to me, and using those I statements that are super important. So what this incorporates into is the English aspect. Like, a lot of these incorporate more easily to incorporate in English and other than science. So this one as well. So there's a lot of writing prompts that you can do, a lot of writing projects and collages and reading that you can do with figuring out your emotions. Especially with books, you can have them read stories or have them identify people's emotions. Are they feeling happy? Are they feeling sad? You just teaching them how to deal with their own emotions. That's what I really like about. And then finding a solution to dealing with their emotions. I'm feeling sad and I need this to feel better. And being able to identify other emotions of other people's faces or in books, which is really cool and I really like. All in all, I thought this project was really awesome and opened up my eyes to a lot of things that we can incorporate in classes. It's sometimes hard to get, as a teacher or as a future teacher like myself, it's hard to see how am I going to put health in when I have so much I have to teach in English, math, and science. Where am I going to put this all in together? And just this class really opened up my eyes how easily these things and ideas and concepts can be integrated in our classroom so easily. And I'm really excited to do so once I get my license or when I start teaching the next 2 to 4 years, which is really awesome. I hope I can get back to this video and look to my past self and really incorporate what I said I was going to incorporate, or even do it better for my classrooms. So hopefully I'll be a teacher in the next 2 to 4 years, and that's a wrap.